Good morning, everybody. We start our presentation today about MRI. My subject is MRI journey. Starting from normal brain, we put the patient in an MRI machine, then we get an MRI image of detailed anatomy. From body to signal, how we can get a signal or energy from protons. MRI journey requirements: human body, the main part to be discovered in the journey. Magnet should be very strong to make more protons align with the magnetic field. Coils to specify the area of interest and give radio frequency to protons, then receive the radio frequency from protons. Gradients to know which slice is selected to encode the signals in a frequency state and in case of in-phase or out-of-phase state. Computer system, the final step of the journey that will help process the obtained signals and convert the data to high-resolution image with anatomical details. Steps of the journey: what's MRI? Concerning facts about human body, know more about hydrogen and protons, know the different motions of protons, explain what's resonance, why we need strong magnetic field, the effect of strong magnetic field in protons, what is the precision frequency and its unit, how the signal produced from human body. What's MRI? MRI stands for magnetic resonance imaging. Magnetic, very important to make most of the protons in one direction of the magnetic field. Resonance, the process that makes transferring of energy to protons possible. Energy transfer happens by applying a radio frequency which have the same frequency of the protons. Imaging is the process of converting the variable received energies to image. The idea of MRI is to give energy to protons inside the human body, then receive the differences of energies, fat or fluid, and transfer it to image by a processing computer. We'll start with the human body. A human body consists of different elements. We are looking for atoms that has an odd mass number. For example, hydrogen has mass number 1, carbon 13, and nitrogen 15, oxygen 17, sodium 23. These atoms called MR active nuclei means we can get signal from them. Hydrogen is the simplest and most abundant atom in human body. Hydrogen we can find it in water. Water consists of 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. Hydrogen consists of electron and proton. The hydrogen atom produces a magnetic field due to the orbital motion of the electron and interacts with other magnetic field. This is an explanation of the protons in the normal state where there is no magnetic field. The protons are randomly organized and there is no magnetization. There is no net magnetization. It equals 0. When we put patient in the strong magnetic field, for example here 1.5 Tesla, you can see that hydrogen atoms or proton atoms start to align with the magnetic field. Now the protons are ready to receive energy. Why we need a strong magnet? To get more protons aligned with the magnetic field. So the more magnetic field means more protons receive energy, which produces more signal, which will also help in reducing scan time. MRI has developed through the years since was discovered. It started with the 0.3 Tesla and 0.5 Tesla. Till now we are using 1.5 Tesla and 3 Tesla. And maybe in the near future we will start using 7 Tesla and 11.5 Tesla. There is an example and comparison between the first image obtained in 1977. It was like only contrast image. There is no anatomy details. Whereas now we are getting more details and more contrast image. With the increase of magnetic field power imaging, with the increase of magnetic field power, imaging advances, starting with functional imaging and spectroscopy, and now we started advanced cardiac imaging. The advances includes improvement of image quality, reduction in the scan time, and reduction of the noise produced by MRI in some sequences. Here an example of the SWI sequence in 1.5 Tesla and 3 Tesla. You can see in 3 Tesla we get more small vessels details. So the more magnetic field power, the more details you are getting. We continue. Protons align with the magnetic field. Now we need to give energy to the protons, but to understand the process you need to know this. Protons has motion called spinning. It means the proton is moving in a round way on its own axis. When we put the protons inside the magnetic field, the spinning motion of the proton changes to a motion called a precession. You can see in the diagram how is the motion of the proton. From precession motion, we establish different properties. One of them is a precession frequency, which means the speed of a moving proton in a round motion in the magnetic field, and it is measured by 1 Hertz per cycle. The unit of the precession frequency is megahertz, whereas 1 Hertz is 1 cycle or rotation per second. 1 megahertz equals to 1 million cycles or rotations per second. The value of the precession frequency depends on the strength of the magnetic field. For example, here in 1 Tesla MRI machine, the hydrogen precession frequency equals 42.6 megahertz. You can see in the diagram, when we are increasing the strength of magnetic field or the strength of a gradient, the gradient is changing the strength of a magnetic field. You can see the difference of the frequency of the hydrogen. It is changing according to the strength of magnetic field. Whereas when there is a strong magnetic field, it's increasing. Precession frequency or Larmor frequency. In order to give protons energy, you need a radio frequency that has the same amplitude frequency of the proton frequency. Means to give energy to hydrogen has a precession frequency of 42.6 megahertz. The given radio frequency should be the same 42.6 megahertz. This is called resonance. Radio frequency is produced by coil. The coil transmit and receive radio frequency. There are different type of coils according to the anatomy to be scanned. For example, here there is a body coil, then the knee coil. Radio frequency are very safe to human body. The wavelength of radio frequency is less than the wavelength of the microwave. This is a review of the journey. Let's start with the brain. Part of human body contains fat and fluid. Protons are spinning and randomly organized. There is no magnet effect. When we are putting the brain in the strong magnetic field, protons start to align with the magnetic field and they start to precess. Then by the coil we give them radio frequency. Then we receive the radio frequency produced by the protons and transfer it to computer. The computer converts it to image. First story of MRI journey ended. Producing MRI image is very long journey and long process, which can be done in a short time in the MRI machine, but need more time and effort to explain it and understand it. I divided this journey into several stories, so this is the end of the first story of producing MRI image.